the Shrouds of the Somme are returning. They're coming back. They're coming back in a different format. Whereas the 19240, which was commemorate the men who died on the first day of the Somme, was all laid out in neat rows. And this is a very, very different image. This represents the mass of the dead. So basically, it's a freestanding wooden trench that stands above ground, and is lined with some of the 72,000 men who died, and bodies weren't recovered. It will be quite an experience to walk down this. It's up to sort of 40 metres long. You're going to be entombed in these, which is not a particularly comfortable image or feeling, and maybe it shouldn't be. But yeah, it's as always with the Shrouds. I'm trying to represent what these numbers mean, what they really mean, and if you can feel that, then that's what we're going to try and achieve. Being back in Exeter is just fantastic, because this is where it really started. And working with Exeter City Council, John Street and Ira Roth, fantastic people who were there at the beginning of the Shrouds, and with Safa Devon, who have been so supportive. I mean, this thing that we've got here is going to go, there's other places it's going to, and we're heading for a very large event in London for the armistice of this year. But it's great that Exeter gets this first. It really is, because this is where the Shrouds come from. As always with these, we're not shouting. When there's no great, we're not trying to make any point about anything. This is just what it is, and it's if hopefully the people who came before, and there were 60,000 came last time, would come again, and they'd appreciate the difference of this. But yeah, it'll be great. The more people who come, it's always a good thing, and Northern Hay is a fantastic place for it to be. I mean, I've been making these things pretty well continuously now for what I think it's close to 5 years, 4 or 5 years, and I'm coming to the end of it now. But the workload is very, very high at the minute. There's some serious dates we've got to hit, and again, as always with this project, for everyone involved in it, the realisation of these numbers, of the work you have to do, even to just to stage an event, the number we're dealing with is just vast, and it's just such a sobering thought to bring it back that these are men, and again we'll have the names of these men, which will really be something to see. For one of the first times, the names of the missing men who are still laying in France to this day will actually be represented in a row that you can read more than one. Working with the Shrouds, and working with the men who died, it sounds an odd thing to say, but I have to say, to be in the company of those men, which I have been, gives you a huge sense of proportion, of the issues that we have in modern day life. Just to be around those names and the photographs is a very, very humbling experience, and it really is. It puts everything in perspective.